Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I do want to say welcome to the Microsoft Store at Easton Town Center, the ROG Arena League of Legends. We are going to forego casting for this match simply because our caster is currently playing in this match, but we will resume regular casting in the next matches. So stick around and stay tuned. Thank you guys for coming, and have a nice day.
turret has been destroyed. Red team has slain the dragon.
Don't get comfortable in my absence.
This is mine. Yours is on your whatever. Icicle?
I am unmuted.
Yep. Here, no, he's
Hello? Hello?
We're good.
Okay.
Mute yourself right here. So whenever you guys are ready, applause is the lobby leader, whoever you are. Um, so I knew who you were. I was just being. Anyway, so whenever they're ready, and you guys are ready, start it
We
up and
made
we'll
eye
get into this,
contact.
right? So, thumbs up or R's or whatever it is, but let's get into it. And we are into picks and bans here at the RG Arena at the Microsoft Store Easton Town Center. I am the Adapter, joined today by Nail. How you doing, Nail?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. We're going to get right into these picks and bans here. We are doing tournament style, so 3 bans each. First ban is Tristana, very powerful late game AD, able to siege towers, very strong, and with that attack range that scales with levels, is a very dangerous threat late game. Expect to see a lot of general bans. These teams not having played against each other before, not having a great idea of what's going to come out. But Rakan going to be the second ban.
That consistent engage, smart ban from the red side, seeing a lot at the World Championships this weekend.
Yeah,
A lot
that
of bans targeted toward that champion.
probably one of the best engage supports at the moment, able to build Ardent Sensor as well as have engage that some of the tankier supports provide. So definitely a good ban from them. Shogath actually banned from the blue side. You saw the tankiness that came from that Shogath in the last game.
Yeah, that late game Cho'Gath is very hard to deal with. Seen a lot of him at Worlds as well.
That tankiness coupled with the true damage health scaling ultimate that can blow up very squishy champions like the ADs and mages is a very potent tank damage duo from that champion. So definitely want to get that out
we will not
quickly.
see jungle Ezreal this game.
Yeah, the Ezreal banned away. Definitely a flavor of the month pick picked in the jungle as of now. Very high damage ganks early on. Very strong champion.
And everybody's favorite tree will not be showing up in the top lane.
And we got Maokai going away here, so blue side definitely prioritizing the tank top lane bans, perhaps with a specific team comp in mind, or just attempting to weather the storm that is the tank meta right now.
Ooh, and what a storm it is. So
What a
just
storm
to
it is.
clarify,
We're getting into the last ban here. The last ban is actually going to be Fizz, so definitely going away from the theme of the bans right now. Fizz, a very strong assassin champion, mostly played in the mid lane, but can be flexed in other lanes. And first pick is going to be Lulu, so most likely going to go into that support role. Lulu very strong with that Ardent Sensor item now.
Ardent Sensor meta. Seeing a lot of Lulu, a lot of Janna.
Both
and a lot
Janna also left up, so
We'll
be interested to
see.
see if that's the counter pick.
Of course, there's probably not a lot of threat of the blue side picking Janna themselves now that they've already chosen the support, but we do see an Alistar. Gotta imagine that will be filling the support role on the red side.
Yeah, Alistar being able to fill the engage part of the Rakan champion, but doesn't provide the consistent shields that allow the Ardent Sensor item to be built. Alistar can go Bond of Stone so that the CC that he provides heals on damage dealt to those champions, but more than likely we'll go that Courage of the Colossus Keystone for the shield on crowd control. And a Twitch.
And we see the Twitch.
A Twitch is the AD, so looking for a late game team comp, at least from the start here. Alistar getting very tanky in the late game, coupled with Twitch's damage and piercing auto attacks. Do very well with that crit build that he is famous for building.
And Sejuani hovered, and Gragas. Sejuani and Gragas probably the two most popular, most oppressive Cinderhulk junglers at the moment. And another late game carry for the blue side with the Kog'Maw.
Both teams looking to build pretty late game. Kog'Maw Lulu, a very infamous bot lane duo. The help picks, coupled with Kog'Maw's attack speed build and percent health damage, and then coupled with Ardent Sensor, provides an obscene amount of damage to come out from Kog'Maw very early into the game, circumventing that scaling that he needs, and kind of pushing him into a powerhouse in the mid lane.
Absolutely.
Last pick for the red side is Rek'Sai, so a very safe AD jungler, able to clear, gank, is mobile. Built Bruiser, less tank, so relying on Alistar for the tank in their lineup as of now. So we're going to get into the second rounds of bans. Perhaps looking for some more of the OP bans here. AD and jungle, bot lanes and jungle picked.
Ooh, the first mid laner to be banned or picked. LeBlanc
Lulu, or
taken off the board.
excuse me, yeah, the LeBlanc gone.
What do you expect to see mid here?
Well, if we're gonna look for a safe pick, the Orianna and Syndra are both up. As long as they don't get banned, those are two very strong control burst hybrid mages there. Orianna very consistent. Syndra able to point and click one shot.
I think Orianna would be great with this Kog'Maw, Juggernaut potentially comp
Yeah,
on
with
the
the
blue
shields.
side,
Yeah.
shielding alongside Lulu. Good peel along with Gragas.
Riven banned away from the blue side, so 3 top lane bans from the blue side. Perhaps looking for a specific pick that is countered by these champions, or just trying to make that pool as shallow as possible to make it hard for the red side to pick something comfortable.
And the Darius.
And the Darius, we now have 4 top lane, maybe 5 if the Fizz was going to go up there, top lane bans. So this pool getting ever smaller. Do have some Jarvan could be picked, as well as Gnar is still on the table, so there's still some powerful
Janna's
options.
still on, oh, we've got the
We do have a
Alistar
last
support.
ban, but
Look back.
with the Jace ban,
Another
that's
top
another
ban.
top laner, and Janna has left through, so neither picked or banned in this game is a very interesting choice, as Janna being the best support in the game in most people's opinions. Second rounds of picks, going to get some solo lane picks here. We'll see if red side uses this first pick to their advantage, or they pick something safe.
J4. Oh, so
Yep,
think that's a
Jarvan.
top Jarvan or
Yep.
top Rek'Sai?
Yeah, it's more than likely a top Jarvan. Jarvan very strong up there right now, able to build tank and still do damage because of that armor shred on his Q. Helps with the engage as well with that swag flag EQ combo.
Swag flag.
Be interested to see if that can be pulled off. Blue side now with 2 picks, excuse me. Hovering to
Shen to answer the Jarvan.
So
Another
that's Shen in
strong
the
top
top lane.
laner. Another shield for Kog'Maw potentially.
Definitely a Juggernaut team comp here.
We
built.
can see the Orianna, and then we got 3 shields right there. It is.
And there it is. That's good shot calling right there. Orianna picked up, and that is a 3 shield team comp for this Kog'Maw. Definitely looking to keep this Kog'Maw alive and allow him to do the DPS that he can do. There is a lot of engage on the red side.
Yeah, they
though.
got plenty of tools to get to him.
So if they can pick a mid laner with some damage here, they will be able to do decently against this team comp. We'll see what's picked up. Syndra is
You
still up.
highlighted the Syndra.
Syndra,
That is a point and click ability that
Zed
can go
also
through some of
up
those
as
shields.
well, but that would be a lot of AD.
And the Annie.
And so
Been a while since I've seen Annie in
Yeah,
the mid lane. What do
Annie-
you think about that there?
Annie definitely an unconventional pick here. If we look at the team comps, Annie does fit with this AoE team comp theme that the red has picked. Alistar, Rek'Sai, Jarvan, and Annie all providing good AoE crowd control. And then Twitch with that Spray and Pray ultimate, as well as the Venom Cask and Expunge, is able to do a lot of AoE damage. So expect that to be their goal in these team fights. But if we look at the blue side, a lot of shields coming out from this blue team.
A lot of shields.
Definitely what they call a Juggernaut comp. Every champion in this game able to keep Kog'Maw alive in some way, shape, or form. And if Kog'Maw's left alone and able to auto-attack, it's going to be a scary Void monster. So expect big team fights here. Both teams team fights centered. One more with an AoE team comp and one solely relying on their AD.
A lot of big ultimates to start this team fight whenever it does decide to happen. With the
We are-
J4 Cataclysm, big Gragas Cask, Shockwave. Lots of tools to start big fights.
We are at a 3-minute delay because of the spectator mode, so stay tuned. Don't click those mouses, and we will be back here in the ROG Arena in just a few minutes.
All right, there has been a bit of an issue. One of the players encountered a strange bug where he was unable to shop, so we are remaking the game real quick, and we will be right back to you.
So we did have the technical issues fixed, so we are going to ban random champions and try to fly through these picks to get back in the game as soon as possible. Aatrox banned away, a very strong top lane duelist. What do you think about that?
Well,
It's
you know,
too
he
late
has
because
been
Ari
very
was banned again.
he has been very popular this season.
No, not at any season,
I can tell
actually.
by the Aatrox ban that the blue side may be going for some sort of late game hyper carry, maybe Kog'Maw, protect the Kog'Maw comp.
And a champion actually banned that was in the last game. So we're going to have to go one more time into this game. Little chaotic, but we'll get started.
Yeah, so just to reiterate, we had an issue, had to remake the game, but this was after picks and bans already happened. And our second attempt, we accidentally had a champion that was banned that was picked in the initial game.
Inevitably.
right, there has been some more confusion. We're going to have to go again because we are using tournament bans where all bans don't happen in a row. I think that Aurelia was intended to be a ban, but instead was accidentally picked. So here we are with our third Aatrox ban of the day.
Third time's the charm is what
Not
they
what I
say.
expected.
Understood.
Inevitably.
Soon. There's no turning back.
I'm going.
Seems you left your brave pants at home. Want me to wait while you go get them?
Do not deny me.
We got through bans, we got through picks, the hardest pick ban of all time, and we are going to get into this game. Round of applause
Thunderous
for the picks.
applause fills the arena.
And we're going to get into this. We do have another 3-minute delay, so we will see you guys in about 4 minutes to get into this elongated game 2.
Test, audio test.
Well, what about me? Check, check, check.
We were told to do a mic check,
Ice,
so
ice, icicle.
we will explain one more time that
Pop,
there
pop,
was a
popsicle.
bug in one of the player's clients,
Test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3.
and we were forced to remake the game.
I think it
In the
works.
process of remaking, we picked the wrong champions, so we had
Twice.
to remake a couple more times. But now we are finally into the game. We've got about 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the spectator delay.
wait for the game to start.
All right, the spectator delay is over and we are on to the Rift. We see Gragas in his bot lane of the blue side making his way over to his red buff. Twitch, Annie, and Rek'Sai of the red side making their way to their blue buff.
Looks like we have some general point defense from the other laners, just trying to watch out for any cheeky invades level 1, just making sure the junglers are safe. Nothing too fantastic coming out from those champions.
Pretty standard. I'm sensing a distinct lack of cheekiness from both teams.
We do have a Mukau Alistar, so we'll be cautious to see if the Bell comes out. Bell being a very strong level 1 spammable emote here. If we look at the items, in this bot lane for the blue side, Kog'Maw's actually started Relic Shield and Lulu Ancient Coin. That Relic Shield on those scaling ADs, while also providing a shield for the Kog'Maw, allows the Lulu to expedite the gold process even further to get to that Ardent Sensor item. That is so strong right now. Basically a twofold advantage for these champions that don't do too much early game anyway. Provides that little edge.
Yeah, we've come a long way from the days of standard Doran's Blade or maybe Longsword 2-pot every game in the bot lane to the Doran Shield after it received its buff, and now double gold generation we're seeing a lot more common these days.
We do see, however, the more common, or the less common Relic Shield, or excuse me, Doran Shield on the Twitch. Kog'Maw Lulu very pokey lane to circumvent the 1v1 or the 2v2 potential that they don't have. So trying to weather the storm of that poke damage, keeping each other alive. Let's see if Twitch poison steals this blue buff. It does not. So no, nothing coming out there. Other than that, very standard items coming out. Doran's Rings in the mid lane, Doran Shields in the top lane, and gonna look to just try to get some early advantage. Ori trying to keep the ball out and keep Annie as low as possible, but Annie gets the stun out.
And some poke. I'm excited to see this Annie in the mid lane. It's been a while. So far losing the poke war, it seems, though Ori's had to burn through her first pot.
Expect this game to get interesting, to say the least, at level 6. The Shen ult providing almost instantaneous 2v1 or 3v2 scenarios because of that global shield it provides. Shen taunting early onto the Jarvan, going to get those 3 Q autos as well as a grass proc, and actually sidesteps the Jarvan Q. So good trade from the Shen. Ignite on Annie in the mid lane, so going to look to be very aggressive. But no potions on Annie though, so damage she takes now is going to stick.
Both junglers top side of the map, no wards placed from either top laner. We'll see if either of them decides to pay a visit to the top lane. Mid lane is poking back and forth. Annie up by 2 CS. No full health bars in the mid lane. See if any of the junglers decide to pay them a visit. Rek'Sai coming through the top river right now.
Looks like a
No
gank in the
vision
mid lane.
for Orianna. And here comes the
Stun comes
Rek'Sai.
out from-
Stun lands for Annie. The knockup. Spells coming in. Barrier comes out for Ori. Both summoners burned, and she dies to the Prey Seeker with the Annie fire. First blood for the red team.
We've got some action in the bot lane though. Twitch dropped very low by this Alistar engage. Very good kill on the mid lane. Very patient of that Rek'Sai to hold on to the Q until the summoner spells were burned. The stun coming out from Annie allows for these ganks to pop off very easily, making it almost impossible to not have to blow summoners to get out of that. So very well played in the mid lane. Annie picking up that kill after the ignite tick. Looks like she's going to go back to base and spend some of that gold. WQ combo hits on the Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw forced to pop barrier. 5th proc on the E, gets the stun on Lulu, and Twitch looking to put some last minute damage down, but nothing too big is going to stick. Annie going Lost Chapter, so going for that cooldown reduction route as opposed to a more tanky, consistent damage. Going to look to have her abilities up as quick as possible and be able to burst champions at will.
And Orianna backs and picks up a Dark Seal. Am I seeing that correctly? Alright, confident that she might be returning with some kills of her own in the mid lane. Last chapter, really everything you want though for a mid lane item. Mana, cooldown reduction, and health restored on.
Looks like we have a gank in
level
the
up.
bot lane. Gragas coming in the mid lane. Alistar W's the Gragas away. The top lane fight at the top is prioritizing the camera action, but failed gank in the bot lane, so probably good that we stayed up here. Yeah, that last chapter, as well as having those stats, provides mana on level up, so very good for the Annie to be able to stay in lane, use those 2 health potions to stay high on health, and hopefully bully out this Orianna now that she has a kill lead.
Oh, and Rek'Sai's coming in up top for another gank here. Shen uses the taunt, but is knocked up by the Rek'Sai. And Shen makes it out comfortably. Ooh, almost another Prey Seeker kill.
That Shen W is so strong. Being able to completely dodge auto attacks made it so he was able to escape with the low health that he had and not have to burn flash. So very well placed in that gank so that he could stay alive.
Greg is still on that bot side. We saw him fail to gank once. The blue team has kept the river warded.
If we look at the farm here in the bot lane, Kog'Maw, although he started that Relic Shield item to get Lulu Gold, is actually up 10 CS onto this Twitch. There is a big wave pushing into Twitch's tower, so expect Twitch to catch up a little bit here, but Kog'Maw definitely with an early lead. Scary thought because of the late game scaling that Kog'Maw provides. We'll see if the Twitch is able to circumvent that, but Tibbers dropped on Orianna, dropped to about half
Gragas
health.
is down bot again. The red team ward just expired down there. And it looks like he's queuing up a back. Red team bot lane is shoved under their tower. I don't know if he'll be able to make anything happen there. Annie has her stun charged up. Orianna about half health, low mana. Choosing to farm safely under her tower.
Blue team picking up 2 Bambi Simbers on the Shen and the Gragas, so getting very tanky. Gragas building towards that Cinderhulk. We'll see if he opts in for the Chilling Smite for more damage in a slow, or the Tractor's Knife to provide his team more wards. Shen definitely going the Cinderhulk. Triple AD comp coming out from the red, so the armor stacking is going to be very potent on Gragas and Shen, allowing them to tank out those major damage sources, and if they can keep this Annie in check, won't have to worry about magic resist at all. WQ comes out onto the Lulu, but Gragas is the lane
here.
Rek'Sai is matched. E-flash on the Gragas. Q lands onto the Twitch. Exhaust dropped onto Gragas. Kog'Maw getting free autos on the Rek'Sai in the backside. Alistar running for his life, but Shen all came through. Shen hit 6, taunts the Alistar, and has now turned his sights onto Twitch. Alistar drops to the Lulu, and Twitch Rek'Sai forced to run away under tower. Very good timing on that Shen ult, making that what seemed good counter gank from the Rek'Sai turn into a 4v3. Annie getting a little body slammed by the Fat Man, but able to just run away.
We see flash burn by both Rek'Sai and Shen in that engagement. But the Shen ultimate coming in clutch. Good win for the blue team.
Lulu picking up the kill, so Kog'Maw not getting the full gold from that, but still a little bit of advantage. Also able to keep his CS advantage because that gank was timed right when that big wave crashed under the red side's turret. So sitting about 20 CS up could make that closer to 25 or even 30 if Twitch is forced or pressured under the tower to farm. Gragas and Rek'Sai scuffling on the blue side on the red side of the map.
Shockwave.
Orianna Shockwave hits, and a clean command shield gets the kill on Orianna. Rek'Sai and Gragas fighting. Gragas smites the blue buff for heal.
We see TP coming in, the Jarvan.
Drops the E, misses the EQ. Cataclysm drops on Kog'Maw and Lulu. Kog'Maw looking to get the last auto on Alistar, but drops vision and mana. Might look to flash over the wall to get this kill, but Alistar flashes over for him. And the Orianna kill picked up. Twitch spraying and praying over the wall, but to no avail, looking to clear the pink ward instead. QW lands on the Jarvan. Rek'Sai looking to hit that Prey Seeker to slow him down a little bit. Gragas gets the E on the Rek'Sai, and Rek'Sai drops to the CC. And what looked like a great start from this red team has quickly turned into a 4-1 kill lead for the blue side.
Yeah.
It's also 6 stacks on Orianna's Darksteel, so
Darksteel, she knew what she was doing when he
a ton of AP
picked that
coming
item
from
up.
that. And that is going to allow them to pick up a dragon here. The first dragon being the Earth Drake, and allow them to siege towers. When those towers come up, will be very strong for their Kog'Maw Deathball team comp. As we get it about 10 minutes into this game, we are starting to get our first backs in. Mid lane, Annie definitely building towards that Morellonomicon, now with a Fiendish Codex on top of that last chapter. Zeal coming out from Twitch, so more than likely going for a quick Runaan's Hurricane build, looking to get that AoE auto attack to apply those poison stacks so he can expunge more than one person. Sightstone coming out from Alistar. Alistar not able to rush that Ardent Sensor item because it's not great on him. So instead opting for wards, try to get that vision. Twitch's stealth
Twitch
goes,
is
look for the
here.
assassination. WQ lands on the Kog'Maw. Lulu ults herself instead of the Kog'Maw, and the Kog'Maw drops and Lulu's forced to flash. Misclick from her for sure. Ignite drops on Orianna in the mid lane as the action jumps here. Barrier popped, and he tries to flash the command Shockwave. Still gets hit by it, and a 1-for-1 kill trade onto the Orianna. So well played by Orianna to survive that gank. Does save flash, but is forced to use barrier. So it does have the mobility, but the survivability that barrier provides is now down. But Annie used her ignite, so be curious to see if the flash ignite trade for Annie was worth it, or if giving Orianna another kill will hurt her in the long run.
Yeah, Warriors up 2 kills and 1 summoner spell in the mid lane, so Annie having no dashes of her own, I would expect there to be a potential for a play there as well. And we saw in that kill on the Kog'Maw, that was his first buy, just happened. So he was low health, low mana, and then did not receive the ultimate from his Lulu. We got a Rek'Sai invading Gragas's red buff. Oh, just patiently waiting in the bush. We'll see if the Smite Steal comes out. Oh, and the Smite is missed. And they're still going to pursue Gragas. Alistar coming up from behind, but Gragas is able to body slam to safety.
A little bit of a botched invade there from that Rek'Sai. Little antsy on the Smite. Quick QWE combo from Orianna puts Annie at about 2/5 health, and that is scary damage coming out from Orianna. Those 4 kills definitely working in her favor. Excuse me. I'll start looking to get a WQ. Rek'Sai is down here. Q misses, so pushes Lulu back, and Shen drops on the Kog'Maw, and they're going to look to turn this gank. Alistar has his stun auto, but can't get it off. Shen gets the taunt on Alistar, and Alistar doesn't even choose to pop ultimate and just going to die to the Shen. Very good ultimate. Rek'Sai is met Orianna. Orianna pulls the shield for herself, going to look to get the fight here. Gragas goes for the body slam, but Rek'Sai burrows away. So very good Shen ult. Shen ult 2 for 2 on uses in this game so far, and that is a very scary thought when we quickly approach this mid game when this Kog'Maw team comp comes online. Lulu very close to her Ardent Sensor.
Ori flash Shockwave. And the Q for the kill. She had chunked out that Annie earlier with her QW. Still 2 kills up, now 3 in the mid lane. Orianna asserts her dominance as Twitch makes his way back into the bot lane, and Alistar's following behind. Shen is starting a duel with this Jarvan up top. Jarvan throws the E down and is able to drag away to safety. Orianna using this time where she doesn't have a lane opponent to push the mid tower. And we see Rek'Sai coming up to prevent her from...
In the midst of this fighting in the top lane, Kog'Maw actually picks up first blood tower in the bot lane. So not only does he have a 30 CS lead and 3 assists, he also got that solo first blood tower gold. So expect him to back and pick up what appears to be a Guinzo's Rage Blade. So going for that attack speed on hit build. Lulu definitely going to be able to get her Ardent Sensor, and with a 4,000 gold lead, 12 minutes into this game, this Kog'Maw team comp is going to get out of hand very quickly if it can't be stopped. Morellonomicon finished on Annie, so looking to cut the healing out from the Gragas, and any life still built by Kog'Maw. Also providing her 20% cooldown reduction, so able to get that stun up quicker in team fights. Black Cleaver being built by Jarvan. And a team out in the jungle from Rek'Sai, so Rek'Sai going Bruiser. Looking to do a little bit of damage, hoping that Alistar can cover the tank role in this mid game until Rek'Sai can build her 2 damage items and then go into a more tanky build path. Rek'Sai opting for the blue smite, so looking for damage as opposed to vision. See if that works out for her. Hasn't yet, only with 1 assist. Gragas opting for Tracker's Knife, so he does value that vision more than the Rek'Sai. Taunt jumps out from the Shen. Jarvan patient on the EQ, does get the damage, but the Shen and the shield from Shen as well as this Chain Vest Ninja Tabby combo makes Jarvan's damage feel like a feather tickling him. There's not much he can do with Shen with a 30 CS gold lead and a kill and an assist.
If you just look at the map, we've got the red side. Alistar before his last back was able to place a few wards on the blue side. Prior to that, they had nothing in the river except for the scuttle that the Rek'Sai picked up. Lulu sitting on a ward there in the bot lane as the Twitch returns. Alistar blew his exhaust when the Shen ulted down, so they're down a summoner spell. Bot lane from the blue side has all summoners up in just a second when the Kog'Maw's flash returns.
although Oriana's winning this mid lane, Oriana actually opting to build a Banshee's Veil first item, looking to survive the all-in-one burst that Annie provides, trying to just avoid that stun pressure, and instead looking for survivability, and then going to build some damage after that. But Banshee's Veil, a very good pickup. All the champions in this game kind of relying on that one-off CC ability. Jarvan with his EQ, Alistar with the double EQ, Annie with the stun, and Rek'Sai with her Unburrow. So a very good item into this team comp. Alistar taking a ton of damage, and again dies before you can get that ultimate off. This Kog'Maw, with only one kill, a very scary champion on top, or coupled with that Ardent Sensor from Lulu, and the power of this team comp already shining through. If they can't get through the Shen Gragas wall, Oriana and Kog'Maw have more than enough damage to shred through just about any team comp. Red's gonna have to pull out all the stops if they're gonna want to try and survive this.
Absolutely, every lane just so oppressive. This Oriana, now that she has the Banshee's Veil, so confident to QW poke on this Annie, confident that she can avoid the first spell that would stun her. Bot lane, like you said, way up in terms of gold on the blue side. And this Jarvan is having a tough time dealing with this Shen. Can't seem to get much damage down on him. Blue side making a push toward the mid tower. Not fantastic. Oh, Annie is there, so they have some wave clear. But Oriana, the poke is just too strong. Rek'Sai and Annie both at half health. We've seen Oriana kill her twice with a shockwave when she's about at that health before. Sure, she's cognizant of that. Here it comes. Oh, she just catches the Rek'Sai though. One auto, barely not enough to finish off the Rek'Sai.
Rek'Sai surviving with 25 HP there, just showing the potent nature of this Oriana. Without Kog'Maw even there, Oriana able to 2v1 very cleanly, and if they have to deal with another threat that isn't Kog'Maw, I'm not sure that their team comp has the potential to kill this, to beat this team in team fights. Annie, even if she's able to blow up the Oriana or the Twitch, now has to deal with the other, who have both shown themselves able to solo kill tanks by themselves. So
yeah, Ardent Sensor finish for the Lulu. If this Kog'Maw is walking around with a Gragas and a Lulu, I feel like they can get any tower they choose. The only thing that would make that easier would be if they picked up a Rift Herald, which is what they're doing right now, 3 minutes before the Baron spawns. See who actually gets that Rift Herald.
Pickaxe completed by Twitch, so after this Hurricane is going to perhaps look to build into an Infinity Edge, going to try and get to that crit strike build, power spike that Infinity Edge provides, but I think it's too little too late here. Kog'Maw up 40 CS to this Twitch, as well as the Ardent Sensor pressure that Lulu provides. Shed looking for an assassination onto the Twitch, and Twitch dropping to half health very quickly.
No pink ward for the Shen, so the Twitch will survive to fight another day.
Shen not being able to take, Shen not taking any damage from Twitch. Alistar coming to help his rat friend, but it's gonna be everything they can to survive. Even just this Shen over half healthing this Twitch. That does not bode well for what is going to be their win condition here. And Twitch is going to have to come online and become that AD assassin carry that he is.
I like to see that we've got 3 control wards for the blue side. Aware that oh, big ultimate coming down. Kog'Maw forced to flash out, but Rek'Sai follows him, flashing over the Jarvan Cataclysm. We had 2 TPs come in, while one being the Shen ultimate. Just 1 kill for the red side, 2 for the blue. Oh, and the big shockwave hits 4 people. Heal is popped. Alistar still soaking up a lot of damage, able to flash out. Jarvan knockup, not enough to keep him alive. Twitch is forced to flash and is still killed by the Oriana attack.
And that's what I'm talking about. Annie getting a flash tibbers onto the Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw using all the summoner spells and still being able to get out. And what looked like a good team fight quickly turned on its head when Oriana showed up. Oriana 7-2-1. It's not enough to just kill the Kog'Maw or just kill the Oriana. It has to be both. And not being able to do that spells defeat here. Rift Arrow dropped, and this Oriana picking up kill after kill. Red team even executing that fight very well. They coupled the Alistar into the Annie, into the Jarvan, into the Rek'Sai, but it just wasn't enough. This Oriana got a 4-man shockwave, which cleared the health bars of this team and led them to get 3 towers from that, or excuse me, 2 towers from this team fight. 19 minutes into this game, blue team quickly getting up to 10,000 gold lead.
Kog'Maw up over 50 farm now, eating a couple waves in the top lane by himself.
Shen almost doesn't have to leave the lane he's in anymore. Shen can effectively 2v1 and let this Gragas be the sole tank that protects Kog'Maw or Orianna, but the fact that it's or and not and is a problem for this red team. The fact that they have to kill both is something that their team comp has to be executed perfectly to do.
What's the cooldown on Shen's ultimate these days?
Long.
Long. Thank you for that precise recollection of game knowledge.
That's why they invite me back. So Annie with a Hextech Revolver and a Kindle Gem going for Proto Belt. So looking for those surprise Tibbers engages is going to be one of the components of their AoE team comp that's going to force the win or allow them to win.
Oh, 6 control wards for the blue side right now, Dev. They're just looking to dominate the vision, potentially around this Baron.
Radiant's Hurricane and Rageblade completed by Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw very, very scary team fight AD right now. A little hungry Void monster waiting for his daddy, looking to eat anything in his sights. And this Twitch sitting on a no magic mantle and a pickaxe is doing little to no damage in these team fights. And if Annie can't stay alive to get her full rotation off,
Blue side starting Baron on 2 pink wards right now. Not sure if red side is aware. Not seeing any pinks come out. They're all bot side of the map with the Shen, who happens to be the one member that can teleport and join his team at the Baron. Baron smited away cleanly and unobstructed.
Not many
uncontested.
ADs better at taking Baron than Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw with the percent health shred, as well as the Rageblade.
All right. And 3 members of the red team going up to meet the 4 of the blue team that just took the Baron and are pushing in at the top lane inhibitor or tier 2 turret. Twitch all alone in the bot lane with Shen. Shen can easily join his teammates in the top lane, whereas Twitch cannot. Twitch now backing. Shen pushing with Baron empowered minions in the bottom, while the rest of his team pushes in the top.
Blue pings onto this bot side turret, so looking to do a split push. Shen is notorious for being that top laner. He doesn't leave the lane until he has to. Twitch staying bot to match the Shen, so red side relying on Annie as their damage. Twitch desperately trying to wave clear against these Baron minions, but doesn't have nearly enough damage for that. Shen couldn't care less.
He just
about,
doesn't care.
He just doesn't care. Shen taking some auto attacks, but the turret does more damage than the Twitch does. He hits on it, lives on the outside. Also pops a late ultimate, but he's gonna die to the Orianna. Kog'Maw almost not even getting damage onto that champion, and that is their tank.
Yeah, tier 2 gonna go down quickly following the death of their tank, as the Shen is still whacking the bottom tower, not caring about the auto attacks from the Twitch. Looks like we're gonna lose 2 towers and maybe some inhibs.
With this Baron wave, next wave coming in, it could be the end, but we'll see if this fight works in their favor. Annie getting a good Protobelt ult off. Kog'Maw being alive, Kog'Maw staying alive, getting 2 kills. Twitch trying to spray and pray on the backside, but the flash E into the Gragas. Getting a... And that is a clean
a quadra kill for the Kog'Maw. Anti-stun lands, but there are too many shields, and on top of a Lulu ultimate, this Kog'Maw is not dying anytime soon.
That is going to be the game. Nobody's spawning in enough time to stop this. 23 minutes in, 15,000 gold lead, and Team Boosted Animal takes their win in our second game. We will be back momentarily to watch Team 3 Fist Brown face their opponent here at the RG Arena.